Have you got a dripping or leaking tap? Well, I've got the perfect solution for you, and it really is only a 5-minute job. All you're going to need is some ceramic tap glands, a set of screwdrivers, and a 17mm spanner. So the first job is to isolate the water supply to your tap. Now that can be two methods. If you're lucky, you'll have isolators under the sink and you can turn them off and that will cut the supply to the tap. If you're unlucky, you'll have to go to your main stop tap, which is either under your sink or normally behind a washing machine. You can turn that off and then open the taps up and drain any water out of the system. So now you've isolated the water supply, turn both sides of the tap onto full and make sure you've not got any water coming out of the tap. And once you've done that, we can move on to taking these levers off the tap itself. The levers are held on with a screw located behind this cap. Remove the cap and turn the screw in an anti-clockwise direction. This will release the lever from the tap. You can now gain access to the ceramic tap gland. So the next thing you need to do is loosen off this tap gland and take it out of the tap. Now you could use an adjustable spanner for this. However, these are normally really tight. So what I'd recommend is make sure you get a spanner that fits your tap gland. Now most of these are 17mm and they can be quite stiff. So if you place that on there, support the tap and then gently apply pressure and you should eventually get that to go. And then once it comes to a certain point, you can take that out with your hand. So this is the ceramic tap gland, and as you can see on the end, it's got a colour indicator which signals for hot and cold. However, it doesn't make any difference which side you put this into the tap will still function exactly the same. So when you come to put this into the tap, you can see that we've got this rubber O-ring around there, and that is what creates the watertight seal and prevents the tap from leaking. So when you insert this into the tap, make sure you do not over tighten it. Right, are you one of the 65% of people watching this video and you've not subscribed to my channel? What are you waiting for? Come on, get subscribing. Get looking at my good videos, and don't forget, hit the notification bell. That way you'll receive a notification every time I release a video. Okay, so put that into the tap, turn in a clockwise direction, and then if you get your 17mm spanner, and now what you need to do is apply pressure, and you'll feel when it's fully done up, and that is tight enough. And now all we need to do is put the lever back on, which is just the reverse process of taking it off. So now get your lever, put onto the tap, make sure the lever is in the right position, and this tap is in the off position at the minute. Tighten the screw up, and then put the cap back in, and that is that side of the tap done. However, while I'm doing this side of the tap, I'm going to repeat the exact same process on the cold side so that the tap itself is as good as new. So now all I need to do is turn the water supply back onto the tap, and then I can test the tap itself. So that's the water supply back on, and now we can operate the cold tap. Now as you can see, there's a bit of air in the tap, and that's normal because you've not got any water in this part of the tap. So that side is functioning, and so is that side, and that is as easy as it gets. It doesn't matter whether you've got a kitchen tap or a basin tap, the process is exactly the same.